and welcome to a year of eternal love. A Course in Miracles, workbook for students, lesson 6. I am upset because I see something that is not there. The exercises with this idea are very similar to the preceding ones. Again, it is necessary to name both the form of upset, anger, fear, worry, depression, and so on, in the perceived source, very specifically for any application of the idea. For example, I am angry at because I see something that is not there. I am worried about because I see something that is not there. Today's idea is useful for application to anything that seems to upset you and can profitably be used throughout the day for that purpose. However, the 3 or 4 practice periods which are required should be preceded by a minute or so of mind searching, as before, in the application of the idea to each upsetting thought uncovered in the search. Again, if you resist applying the idea to some upsetting thoughts more than to others, remind yourself of the 2 cautions stated in the previous lesson. There are no small upsets. They are equally disturbing to my peace of mind. And 2, I cannot keep this form of upset and let the others go. For the purposes of these exercises, then, I will regard them all the same. With the insights, the first 7 or so lessons in this series is going to really challenge your mind. It's really going to challenge your mind when you even hear today's name of the lesson. I am upset because I see something that is not there. We have to start at the very beginning, the blocks. This is not a course to teach you about love, because that's something that cannot happen. But it's a course in removing the blocks to love. It is a course that is going to need a rewiring of the mind. When we were born as that purity of love. We learned fear here. And a conditioned mind can never be open to the ideas of eternal love. It is closed off to everything else. A closed mind is finite, limited, where love is unlimited. Have you ever had, you were ever startled by the corner of your eye, a shadow? You were very startled, and you realize, oh, it was just a shadow. There's nothing there. And that's what today's lesson is introducing, as the previous one. But that they are all shadows, that we're believing in these forms on the outside of us. And these exercises are very, very important. I cannot stress that enough, because it's one thing to know something, and it's another putting into practice. It's why all the ascended masters of our time, they put it in practice. That's how they taught, by demonstrating, by living it. And so today's practice periods, it's 3 or 4 practice periods throughout the day. And it is only preceded by a minute or so. Because we do have a choice. We can see the world different. We can choose to see what we perceive as on the outside of us differently. What these exercises do, what these lessons do, is loosening our ego's grip on past limited beliefs, past experiences that have already happened. And even these first 6, first 7, first 10 lessons, the ego thought-based system is going to convince you to not even stick with this. It's going to convince you that this is just strange and bizarre, and I don't need this. The ego fear-based thought system is also going to try and get you out of commitment to do each lesson every day. The commitment to yourself, because it doesn't want you to know the truth. It doesn't want you to be happy. It wants you to be right. It wants you to be in control. And we're not in control when we're being led by fear, when we're seeing through the eyes of fear. I am upset because I see something that is not there. Thank you for joining me. God bless.